Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. Today we are on the Midland Mainline by Skyhook Games with another Cargo Line Volume 3 Intermodal service. Today we are doing a short run from East Midlands Parkway down to Sillaby. There are only 3 Cargo Line Volume 3 services on this route, but they are pretty nice. They are also pretty short as well, only going from East Midlands Parkway to Sillaby or vice versa. We've got an EMT 158 over here, and we've also got a VP 185 HST where the textures don't appear to have loaded yet. Oh dear. Hate when that happens. Yeah, I don't have Cargo Lines Volumes 1 or 2, so yeah. Let's see. So reverser handle. Actually, no, take it out. I forgot I need to get safeties on first. DSD, AWS, and TPWS. Now, put the reverser handle, please. Thank you. It took long enough. High speed. I don't think we'll really have time, but I'll flip it on anyways. Let's get the... I think I could just release everything. Since it's raining, I'll turn the sand stick off. I'll turn it on when we get ready to leave. Let's get the instrument lights on. Let's just wait for the automatic brakes to release. Turn the dimmer up. Let's also get some wipers going. There we go. Yeah, we've got 11 miles to Sillaby. We're not ready to go yet. For one thing, I need to make sure the brake timing is set to goods. Yes, lovely. There we go. Shut that screen off because we don't need it. Just wait for the brakes to fully release. Come on, fully release, please. There we go. Sand stick on. Give it notch 1. Yeah. Come on, move, lad. My goodness, this is painful. Yeah. I will be getting Cargo Lines Volumes 1 and 2, but I want to wait until they go on a better sale than they have before. Because unlike Cargo Lines Volume 3 and 4, I don't think they're worth it as much as Intermodal or Military. I think my favorite Cargo Line is probably Volume 4 Military, because that is a good pack. And it also contains gameplay for my favorite route in the game, Preston to Carlisle, so yeah. And it also has gameplay for Great Western Express as well, which will come in handy once the remastered version of that route comes out. Yeah. I think it's a pity that there's only 3 intermodal services on Midland Mainline, but there are more than enough on Peterborough to Doncaster and West Coast Mainline South to make up for that. Give it notch 4. Yeah, we've got a long train today. Just out of curiosity, how long is our train today? 630 yards. Yeah, no wonder the 66 is having issue with it. Come on. Come on, power. As you can see, we've also got autumnal colors today, which is nice. We are clear up to 50 miles an hour, and then we're clear up to 75, which is our legal maximum. Also, you'll notice that I finally have a new mouse, which I talked about in my previous video. Finally, I can zoom in and out without it breaking on me, which is so good. I should probably zoom out, because, yeah, like, zooming out on the map actually increases frame rate for some reason. Give it notch 6. Yeah. I can't wait to take out the Alan Thompson Sim Class 90 with an intermodal service when that finally releases. Finally we'll have a Class 9 a modern era British freight locomotive other than the 66, which will be so much fun. And then there's quite a few British Rail era ones. my personal favourite of which being the Class 87 again off of Preston to Carlisle. Yeah, it's been quite a bit since I was on Midland Mainline, so I thought I might as well give this a go. Because Midland Mainline is a pretty underrated route despite its short length. Can we go to notch 8 without over-revving? Yes, we can. I think I can turn off the sanding because we are good to go. I don't think we have wheel slip. Actually, because our train's so long, I think I'll do a fly past shot where we actually get up to a reasonable speed. I've only gotten to 30 miles an hour. Oof. Is there anything that I've forgotten? No. I think we're good. Come on, speed, power, velocity. The scenery on this route is pretty decent as well, and it's one of the few Train Sim World 3 era routes which continues to get consistent updates. For example, the last update added the Cargo Line Volume 3 intermodal services to this route, and then the update before that added guard mode and modern windshield effects to the Class 158 and modern windshield effects to the HST. Under 10 miles to go. As you can see, this is a pretty short run. Unlike the runs on Peterborough to Doncaster that you get with this pack. I do like the FCA flats. They're a very good wagon. And then also the container flats that you get with Preston to Carlisle, the FGA and FFAs. Those are also pretty good as well. But these are probably my favourite intermodal wagons in the game. Actually, no. I think it's a tie between the FCAs and the FGAs and FFAs. Yeah, we're only doing 42 miles an hour. This is painful. I'm going at absolute maximum velocity and yet maximum throttle, and yet we're only at 43 miles an hour. I like with the light rain preset that you get. I love how like the sun peeks through every so often. Like some bits are sunnier than others, which I really like. How's it framed? Yeah, another good thing about Midland Mainline is it runs exceptionally well, like 60 frames per second, like flat, with no stuttering in most areas other than major stations. With those being Leicester, East Midlands Parkway, Nottingham and Derby. The Midland Mainline was actually going to be electrified as far north as Sheffield, but as of a couple of weeks ago, that project is now cancelled thanks to a lack of government funding. That's so typical of the UK. But there is another active electrification project going on. Well, two. The Great Western Main Line is being electrified from Didcot up to Oxford, and the Fife Circle Line is actually getting electrified as I can't remember where it goes as far as, but yeah, it's getting electric wires laid in on the 5 Circle. I think beyond Markinch, maybe up to Dundee. Can't remember exactly, but yeah. One interesting quirk about the electrification for 5 Circle is they can't put overhead catenary on the 4th rail bridge between Dalmeny and Queensferry, North Queensferry. So they're actually, so ScotRail is procuring battery electric multiple units that also have the capability to run off of overhead power. So those units will run on overhead power between on most of the 5 Circle, but then for the 4th rail bridge they'll switch over to battery electric power, which is pretty neat. You don't, as far as I know, the only other battery powered units in the UK are the one-off GWR Class 230, which is a Viva Rail D-Stock rebuild that GWR were testing on the Greenford branch, and then the Stadler built Rail Operations Group Class 93 is a tri-mode, so it's diesel, overhead, and battery, which is pretty cool. Do have a 50 limit coming up, so I'll shut down the power, direct brake. Ooh, hello, there's an HST. Let's quickly get a shot. There we go. That's much better framed. Come on. Go to 25. There we go. Ooh, yes. Me likey. This is a great shot. Where's that button? No, that's the wrong button. There we go. That is a great shot. Whoever says otherwise is kidding themselves. I love photo mode in this game. There's so much stuff you can adjust. Let's add a tad of automatic. Release. Thank you. Oh! And here comes an HST overtaking us. A 6-car formation. Well, 6 coaches formation, but yeah. You get what I mean. Like it's a two plus. You actually get 2 different formations of HS2 with this route. You get 2 plus 6, so 2 power cars, 6 coaches, and then you get 2 plus 8, 2 power cars, 8 coaches. I personally run the 2 plus 6 formation most of the time, simply because it's easier, and you've got the HSTs are pretty underpowered normally, so having that extra bit of power thanks to less coaches is very helpful. Here's Loughborough. Which is one of the slightly bigger stations on the route. There are some HST services which stop here. I also went through this route and collected all of the collectibles that I could find, which took me an hour and a half. So subscribe, so yeah, I can hopefully get back the time I lost, which I won't, but yeah, you get my drift. Yeah. Well, this route will also get Cargo Line Volume 5 nuclear services when that comes out, with the direct rail services Class 20, which I imagine will be quite fun. I'll probably pick that up on a decent sale. And then not only that, we'll also get gameplay on Preston to Carlisle, West Coast Mainline South, and one other route which escapes me at this time. Which, presumably the DRS, the nuclear services on Preston to Carlisle will represent nuclear services out of the Port of Heysham, which is south of Morecambe. That should be a lot of fun. 4 miles to go. I probably... Oh! Okay, throttle wasn't being recognized. That's interesting. I'll try to get up toward line speed, but I don't think I'll be able to. Clear back up to 65. Hopefully there isn't someone stuck behind me. Yeah, so if you're wondering what the service is, it's 4 Lima 38 East Midlands Gateway to Felixstowe North. I think Felixstowe is on the West Coast Mainline, but I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. There's a lot of places that I'm not familiar with in terms of British geography. I do love autumnal scenery in this game. It's a bit more color variation than normal. This route is also missing in East Midlands trains Class 222 Meridian and Class 156 Sprinter, which is a shame really when you only see HSTs and Sprinters running around. But it is apparently realistic. Never mind. I wish Skyhook Games could do like a loco add-on for this route where they take the 220 Voyager model that we already have with the Riviera line and turn it into the 222 Meridian, if that would take too much effort, I hope. And then also add the 156 in the same pack, because 156, if someone could redo that into northern colours, and put it on like Manchester Airport Commuter, Glossop, and some other routes which I can think of, like, yeah. That'd actually be pretty cool. I've actually ridden on the Northern 156 in real life, on the Blackpool South branch. It was Preston and then along the Blackpool South branch, which is pretty cool. Through wherever this place is, which is Barrow upon Soar. That's the one. FPS is still doing exceptionally well. This route does run very well. I do like that about it. 1.5 miles to Sillaby. Here, what's this facility called on the right? Mount Sorrel. Yes. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the Mount Sorrel facility. Yeah, I think you can actually load Cargo Line Volume 2 aggregates wagons there if you have that pack, which, as I said before, I don't. Just wish they were like charging like $15 for a wagon pack at full price is a tad over the top if those wagons are already in the game. Like, the FCAs were new to the game since we already had the FKAs, and then with the trying to remember, with the KWA Warwell wagons in Cargo Line Volume 4 Military, those were like brand new to the game as well. Single yellow aspect signal, 0.7 miles to go. Yeah, I'm trying to leave the braking to the last minute because of the vagaries of the 66's automatic brake, because it is very annoying. This brake is very, very annoying to release. 600 yards to go. Yeah, see what I meant? It just applies way too quickly. Wait a minute, is that another intermodal service? So it is. Hello, mate. It's a EWS weathered 66 with some FCAs on the back. What a good catch. Just leaving Sillaby too. I think that's one of the other 3 services. Looks pretty dang good. See what I meant about this automatic brake and this this locomotive being very annoying. Come on, come on, come on. We don't have the time to get there, so we're fine. going into syllabi. Get the direct brake on. And apply the automatic. And here we are. There we go. Platinum medal. Decent amount of pointage. So yeah, that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.